my process on the logo. I'm gonna actually need your opinion. So those are all things that I made note of. I used a film strip as the back of the B. Whatever language that's on planet Earth, they should be able to recognize this logo. Whenever I needed him, he was ready to go. He was like, ready. That ain't sound like no harp. Welcome back to the vlog. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, homegirls and homeboys, homie Skillet. Right now, I'm just gonna show you guys my process on the logo. I'm gonna actually need your opinion and your thoughts. I'm gonna try to sum up the logo process real quick before I transfer it into Photoshop. Today, I'm just gonna spend the day catching up on some Philadelphia tours. So today's vlog isn't gonna be anything extravagant other than your opinion on my logo ideas. I'm down to 2 really good logo ideas I like. I came up with like 23 of them, I think. And there's 2 that I really like and I finalized to an extent. I'm going to tell you about the process. I'm going to sum it back up because I know I talked to you briefly about the top of this page about 2 vlogs ago, but let's get back to it. So you know the new brand is now Beyond the Sky Media. The CEO or founder was Scott Dollars. He was the creator of the brand, and his old brand consisted of his Walter Scott Rose Barrel in a logo mark. He created that in a box. My name now is Toon Dollars, which derived from Scott Dollars. I'm Toon and I took his dollars because now we're together. My eye from when I had my cataract surgery was my original, I would say, logo. It wasn't really a professional logo, but that was my brand. His logo was 12 letters long, so I made note of that. So what I wanted to do was try to create something that's recognizable and legible, something that's universal, something that any culture, anywhere in the world, they can see this logo and it'll represent not only the brand, but it'll be recognizable, something that's easy to read. So after doing some research, I saw a lot of ideas and I got some inspiration and realized that in college, I remember one of my teachers saying, KISS. It was a saying that he had called KISS. He said, keep it simple, stupid. And to keep it simple, you don't have to do anything really extravagant in order to make it effective and powerful. Because some of the greatest logos in the world, for example, Nike, that's a check. They charge top dollar for the sneakers and everybody goes crazy for anything with Nike on it. That's just a check. And that's the most simplest design you can think of. So I would like to incorporate that B. Because what's the first letter in the alphabet? A. What's the next letter in the alphabet? B. And the brand is called Beyond the Sky Media. Now, I still don't want to go too far away from his WSR box idea. I want to try to incorporate details from that somehow. So when I first started brainstorming, I took a B, I put it in his box. I said, okay, that's cool and all of that. Let's see how I can make it more effective. I started working on like a sharper B. I'm going to turn the camera sideways. Oops, sorry about the finger. I'm going to turn the camera sideways because what I noticed in a B is there's a W in a B, and his name is Walt, right? So I was like, okay, let me try to incorporate that somehow. Then I said, hold on, I'm Toon with a T. T and W, I can try to somehow incorporate that both. So if we turn the camera sideways, you're gonna see T for Toon, and you're gonna see the Walt. So T and W for Toon and Walt, because now we're together. So I started playing with that. So we got like the T and the W. Those were like the really rough sketches. So then we're here, and I started working on things that were relative to Beyond the Sky Media. Like when you think of Beyond the Sky Media, what are some of the things that I think? I think of sky, Beyond the Sky. I think of, what's that say? Darkness and abyss. I think of creative, freedom. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to read it through the camera, but it's kind of hard, the font. I think of media. I think of filmmaker. I think of the letter B. I think of clouds, and I think of brother, because he was like my brother, man. So those are all things that I made note of. Filmmaking, entertainment, art, and video production are the key things that I'm going to revolve around. I want the logo type to be a logo mark. You can make it a word mark or a variety of other things. I think I'm going to focus on a logo mark. So a logo mark refers to an image or symbol which represents a brand and usually does not include the name of the company. The Beyond the Sky Media should be legible and recognizable at all sizes. One thing you want to make note of when you're working on a logo is it should be recognizable at all sizes. Not just big, not just small. You got to keep in mind, you might put it on a gigantic billboard. You might put it on a business card. You might put it on a pencil. You might put it on an icon for an app, on social networking, et cetera, et cetera. So it has to really work in all sizes. And then I started thinking about colors, like the colors that I would be interested in using. I was looking into orange and blue will probably be the primary colors. And then like backup, maybe like red. I know red was his favorite color. It was both our favorite colors. Black and white, which were the original colors of his brand logo, which was the WSR that I showed you guys earlier. It was white and black, so I might somehow still incorporate that. Then I started looking into color meanings. Red means power, energy, passion, love, aggression, danger. Orange means energy, balance, warmth, creativity, cheerfulness, enthusiasm. Blue means trust, security, order, calmness, strength, and reliability. See, orange and blue, hence why I was interested in orange and blue, because I really liked those terms. So we're going to switch over to the next page of my research. So then the colors that I did not use, I figured that I'll at least still list them just so we have them as reference in the future in case I do want to use them. And this might be helpful if you see a logo now with these colors, you go, damn, that's what that means, and it'll help you understand a little bit more. Yellow means optimism, hope, what's that say? Cheerfully, warmth, happiness, positivity. Green means nature, health, good luck, fertility, finances, and eco-friendly. Purple means spirituality, mystery, royalty, sophistication, femininity, glamour, glamorous. Sorry about my handwriting, guys. I'm writing like a teenager. Black equals sophistication, power, mystery, formality, exile, death, wealth, and elegance. That's scary because he had black in his logo and it signified evil and death. That's scary. Gray equals neutrality, stability, maturity, security, authority, and strength. I didn't even spell strength right there. Brown signifies natural, dirty, earthy, authentic, richness, simplicity, and tradition. What's that say? Tradition? Yeah, tradition. That's brown. Pink equals romance, compassion, beauty, love, sensitivity, and femininity. I guess that's why that female brand called Pink utilizes pink, right? It makes sense. And then lastly, white equals purity, cleanliness, maternity, goodness, hope, and freshness, and innocence. Oh, that's beautiful because he incorporated black and white. So my guy was way ahead of his time when he created his logo. He was putting some thought into that. All right, so next, I'll put a footnote. I'll use 2 to 3 colors max. You don't want to go crazy with colors. I know NBC and eBay and a variety of those logos use a variety of colors, but they can do that. Not me. I'm not gonna give it a shot for the beginning. So my goal is to incorporate maybe 2 to 3 colors to this logo max. And then here are some basic ideas, guys. I'm gonna show you them one by one and explain each one and tell you how I got to my final 2 choices. So for number 1, it was like really rough. I don't know what I was thinking. Like I incorporated like that T and then like the W, kind of in a sense, to make a B like that. You know, see it's in the angle. Logo 2, again, I kind of cleaned up like that T and that W idea to make the B. You know, Tune and Walt makes Beyond the Sky Media. And then number 3, I started getting a little bit creative with it. I used a film strip as the back of the B, and then I still, separated the W so it can show, the W for Walt. And I put the film strip over Walt because, it was lifting film, dog. Like, Walt was about that film life. Design 4, then I gradually incorporated the T into the B or into the W so that together it can make like B, right, for the logo. Then I started combining them. Design 5. Then design 6, I kind of gave it more of a formal B look. And again, it's still the W, but you no longer see the T there. So we go to the next page. The next design is 7. 7 is, again, that film strip. I'm really liking the film strip idea. And then I did like a sharp W for Walt, because that's his name. But together it makes a B. So I did like a classic W. Then for design 8, I kind of put a J and a B. Still, you still see the Walt for W. You still see the W for Walt, but now you see a J. It was kind of supposed to be like a B with like a little hook. The reason why I added a J, here's a fun fact. My nickname is J, or JR. Yeah, straight up custom fact on this vlog. I hit y'all with a fact. That's my childhood name. He was my childhood homie, so I thought it would be cool to add J to the logo. But the next one, idea 9. Again, you'll see it's the W, but I just put like a B without the back and just left it to make it look like freaky, to make it look different. You'll still see the W, but then I parted ways here, like I separated it just to be interesting with it. The next one I did, number 10, was like a B without the back, but on the run. And again, it's still a W. You're still gonna see the W, but it's on the run, kind of. And then when I got to that on the run idea, I developed this idea, which I thought was neat because it's incorporating that one and this one. And here's the film strip, bam, with the W. You see the W, known from Walt or Resort Wear. That was his famous W from his little clothing line. We both did clothing lines when we were younger, when we were teens, with acrylic paints. And he used to use a W for Resort Wear, and he had it tattooed on his neck, which was very similar to that. It was tattooed on the back of his neck. This one, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. It was kind of supposed to be like just a creative B, like a fancy B, like it's just one nice swift. It's still got the, you see it, still got the W, but I don't know, it was like a weird backbone. You know, you have to create ideas, whether they're good or bad. You just got to put them down on paper. So again, number 13, I was kind of going back to the T and to the W, trying to be creative with the B. Number 14, I did like a B with no separate back, but just separate B parts. But then again, I started looking at it, and you can see there's W's here. But I started looking at it, and I'm like, dude, that looks like Dunkin' Donuts, like DD. Like, people are gonna see that, and they're not gonna think of BB. They might think of Dunkin' Donuts. So I went away from that one. Number 15, again, was that W from Walt, but then I put like the backbone was like a line, and it kind of looks like Walt with like a crown in a sense. So that one was okay. Then I went over here, I did like a B inside a B for number 16. That one is pretty basic. For number 17, I did like that B over here with the line in the back, but then I used the film strip around it as the box, because I know his original logo had a box around it. So I did that. I don't know, it kind of looks like a TV set. I don't, it's okay. That was logo 17. Logo 18, now that I look at it, it looks like IB. But I was trying to be creative again, guys, just adding designs so I can rule them out. It was supposed to be a separation of the B, but looks pretty plain to me. This one, I again incorporated the W in the B for Beyond the Sky Media, but that one's number 19. And that led me to my very last few designs, guys. So let's go to the next page. Here, this one is like a reverse B. I thought that was cool. I was like, for number 20, how about we reverse the B and like make it look different? But then I'm looking at it and I was like, people are gonna think like E or EI or E1, or it's not gonna, you know, signify B to them. So I kind of liked that flip idea. I thought that flip idea was pretty dope. Then I went down to here. I said, ew, this junk kind of tough. Like a film strip in the middle. It got a B right here. It's still a W. You still see I'm using the W. And then it got a B in reverse to make it symmetrical, like symmetry. That's the key of art. Then what I would want is like the logo, and then the Beyond the Sky Media in some nice font, which I already picked out a few of them below it. So that's pretty dope. The font that I'll be interested in making the Beyond the Sky Media in would be Sky Serif font or Sky Font Thick, which obviously Beyond the Sky Media, I figured use some font called Sky. So those are some fonts that I'd be interested in. Now, shabam! I came over here to this page, logo tip. A logo must be recognizable in every language. Every language must be able to recognize your font. Doesn't matter, Asian, Indian, Hindu, I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't know all the languages in the world, but whatever language that's on planet Earth, they should be able to recognize this logo. Next, logo tip would be the logo must translate on paper for letterhead, what's that say? Mobile, application, and more. That's what I was telling you guys earlier about. It must be universal on every application you use the logo for. Next logo tip is logo, shape, and colors must be carefully chosen and be effective. Wow, my writing sucks. In all cultures. So that's something like, in all cultural barriers, right? Last tip would be logo must not be trendy and must be timeless in style. Meaning, don't go for trends. Don't use certain fonts or certain designs that is all about now. And 100, 200 years later, when I'm long gone, the logo can't live on. You know what I mean? So my goal is to use all of these to create the final design. So then I took this design, which is a culmination of the last few, which I really liked it. It's the film strip. It's the W from Wazaltware, and it makes a B, as you can see. And then I started getting really detailed in my thoughts. Like I said, let me take you to the next page. No, you guys ain't ready to see the next page yet. Let me focus on this page. Maybe I should look at the actual book instead of trying to look through the camera, because I can't see through the camera. All right, so the details that I used here was the film strip. It's gonna have 32 sprockets, 16 on each side, because he was 32 years old when he passed away. Film sprockets are where the teeth go in on the film strip. So it's gonna have 16 sprockets is gonna equal 32. That was his age. Then the actual frames, it's gonna have 14 frames, because I've been seeing this damn number 14 for the past month and a half. Ritualistically, within the past week, I've seen it probably 65 times, and that's triple, quadruple the amount that I've seen it within the past month. So within the past month or two, I've seen it probably already 150, 160 times. So 14 frames was 14 was the day that I saw him in the casket. That was the day they had his funeral. So I'm gonna put 14 frames, which are gonna be picture frames, in the film strip. Then the W, as you can see, is from the result. I'll put that there, that's a note. And then 12 points. 12 points. Why is 12 important? Because he used 12 letters in his original WSR logo. So 12 points is 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, 5 point, 6 point, 7 point, 8 point, 9 point, 10, 11, 12. 12 points. And as you notice, instead of making a traditional W to add the other points, I just cut the W right there. So it goes like a B, bam, 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 bam. I gave it like a whole flat line there. So, ladies and gentlemen, logo, what's it say, man? My writing sucks. Logo that can act as the reason of collective memory. So I want this logo to act like, I don't want it to just be any logo without a meaning. That's why I'm thinking real in depth with numbers and all this stuff in order to make the logo pop. So that led me to these two pages. And these will be like my final two designs that I would want to transfer into Photoshop and work with. Or Illustrator, one of the two. I still haven't decided yet, but check it out. So we're going to go on this one. I really like this one right here. This is design, I don't know. I don't know what the design number is. Let me go back. This is design number 21, and I refined it a little bit more. I made it a little bit neater. So let me break this down to you. This would be the Beyond the Sky Media film logo, right? A film strip in the middle. Instead of having frames, I'm gonna have just the film sprockets. It's gonna have 32 film sprockets. Again, 16 and 16 on each side. 32 was the day that he passed. 32 was his age when he passed away. Then each side of the W, you see how it's a B or W flipped in reverse, back to back. Each side of the W has 6 points. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 points is 12 letters that he used in his original logo. I like this logo because it has symmetry, back to back. It's like a mirror image. It looks pretty dope to me. Again, this is a lowercase W. It's not the capital W. If you look at it, it's a lowercase W. It's a more formal design. It looks more formal, like professional. Like I can see that like on like films or something of that nature. Why it has like 2 B's in reverse, I put notes here. 2 B's for 2 film bros, back to back. Them against the film world. I thought that was cool because if you really look at it, it's like a film strip, right? 1 B for Walt, And this B would be like me and him standing back to back against the film world. That's like decent. That's like a mirror image. But the only downside to this is that it may not be recognizable to the standard person, and they might take it as like 33, or I don't know. Like, I thought of like some downsides to it. Like, people might not really get what it is if I just use that by itself. My goal is to use the logo with the text below it, so that'll be like the stamp. It'll be something just like that, Beyond the Sky Media, and you'll see below it what it means, so that you don't be lost. But you'll see that it's mainly the B from Beyond the Sky Media. Now, the only downside about that is that it's not the B alone, so it might confuse the average person. Shabam! That brings me to this design. This design, I'll break it down for you. It's the film strip, 32 film sprockets, 16/16, 14 frames for the day that he was in the casket, 12 points on the W from Wazaltware, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's for the 12 letters that he utilized in his original logo. The W from Wazaltware. That's why I gave it like that. You know, that it's kind of hard, like a check. You notice that the B is tilted a little bit. I like this design because it's on the go. You know why I like it? Because Walt was always on the go. Whenever I needed him, he was ready to go. He was like, whether it was running, whether it was anything. This B kind of looks like it's running to me. Like, it's about to run off the page. It's slanted. So I like that. And it also signifies moving forward. Like, this is moving forward, bro. Like we got to keep pushing. And obviously we used the B from Beyond the Sky Media. And you see how I put always on the go? Because he was always on the go. 12 points. The W, moving forward. Yeah, guys, so these are like the last two designs that I'm at. What do you guys think? Like, what are your thoughts on them? I mean, regardless, I'm still probably gonna pick, you know, I'm following my gut. I'm gonna follow my heart. But having some of your thoughts would be very helpful, like on these two designs. Like, what do you think? Like, do you think one is stronger than the other, and why? Give me some of your opinions. And now you hear a cat in heat meowing, so that's how we finish off today's vlog.